If you're ever thinking like, hey, my job feels a little boring, stressful, or overwhelming, you've come to the right place. There are careers where your impulsivity, your distractibility, and emotional intensity are seen as a superpower. Hey, I'm Eugene Yao. I've coached hundreds of people with ADHD, and I'm also completing my master's in neuroscience. Today, I'm going to show you 7 new jobs where the ADHD brain doesn't just survive, but they actually thrive. Here's how it's going to work. I'm going to score each jobs with these metrics. First is feedback. It's basically how fast your brain gets a dopamine hit. For example, like if you're a designer and then you change a color and it looks beautiful, you immediately get a dopamine hit. Ownership, how much autonomy, control, and flexibility you have in this job. The more freedom you have, your ADHD mind will thank you. Creativity, how much this job lets your imagination run wild. The more problems you have to solve and the more ideas you generate, the ADHD brain loves that. Urgency, how much time pressure does this job naturally provide? Like deadlines. And we all know urgency activates our hyperfocus. And then stimulation, how much this job mentally stimulates you. Is it challenging? Is it novel? So this is what I call the ADHD career focus score. A job that is not ADHD friendly will score low. For example, data entry. Feedback, a little bit of feedback, but it won't give you that dopamine hit. So 1 out of 10. Ownership, you gotta do that one task again and again with no control, no autonomy because you're working 8 hours a day. 0 out of 10. Creativity, there is no creativity whatsoever in data entry. Urgency, so there is a little bit of urgency. For example, your boss might give you deadlines. So we'll give it a 5 out of 10. And then stimulation, there is 0 novelty in data entry, so 0 out of 10. So for this job, data entry, it scores a 6 out of 50. Which isn't good. All right, let's get into the 7 jobs. The barrier for entry for these jobs are low since they're relatively new. So you can actually get started straight away with minimal training. So the first job is online breathwork coach. This job barely existed before COVID and now it's picking up because more and more people are understanding the importance of nervous system regulation, especially people with ADHD. So scoring this job, feedback, you actually see people on camera every single day and you're getting real-time feedback of how well they're doing. Are you calming them down? This is a pretty decent feedback, so we'll give it a 7 out of 10. For ownership, you're basically your own boss. You're structuring how you want to run things. You're finding what clients you want to work with, the frequency, how many clients, and also your schedule. So there's a lot of control, autonomy, and flexibility. This is at 8 out of 10. And for creativity, you can actually build your own breathwork frameworks, incorporate different techniques into your coaching, even though there isn't a lot of creativity because it's breathing, right? So I would only give this a 5 out of 10. So for urgency, when your client books in a time with you, you have to go and you gotta be there because this is your job. So the urgency is high because you want to be there on time. This one, 9 out of 10. And stimulation. You're always seeing different clients. It keeps it fairly novel, but there's not a lot of mental stimulation. The reason is because you're focusing on your breath. You're teaching people how to calm down instead of mentally stimulate. So this is actually the opposite. So for stimulation, it's 2 out of 10. So for the online breathwork career, it scores 32 out of 50. So up next is the online community managers or community builders. Now there's a crazy momentum with this role. Creators are starting to build their own communities, and not just creators, brands are building communities. Because why? AI is coming to take over, but AI cannot replace human to human connection. And that's why we're gonna have more community builders and also community managers. Feedback, there's actually a lot of feedback. Once you type something, you're getting immediate feedback. People are replying to you. They're seeing interactions. You're seeing likes. So this is actually quite a high feedback. So this one's a 9 out of 10 in terms of feedback. For ownership, it's a little bit tricky because you're designing the vibe, you're designing the culture, but you are working for someone. So this one's a 6 out of 10 in terms of ownership. And for creativity, there is some creative parts to it. When you're building a community, you can be creative. And if you're managing, you can actually figure out how to have more engagement, like polls, virtual events. So there is a little bit of creativity, but I wouldn't say it's a whole lot of creativity. So this one is 6 out of 10 in terms of creativity. So for urgency, yeah, there is urgency. You're managing a community, so you have to be consistently active. You can't just not show up. So for urgency, I'll give this a 7 out of 10. And lastly, the stimulation. So there's social novelty here. You're answering different clients. There's always new people coming in. There's different questions. Although a little bit novel, not super challenging. So this one, a 6 out of 10. So this one is a 34 out of 50. All right. So up next, we have the niche short form content creator. Now these platforms are paying content creators to make 60-second videos. And the only way to grow as a content creator is to provide massive value to your niche audience. So if you're finding this content valuable, please subscribe. This will help me continue to make high quality videos about ADHD every week. So for feedback, think about it. You're scripting, filming, and editing, all of which have really good feedback. When you're filming, you get to see the camera to see how you do. When you're editing, the same thing. You edit something and you immediately see. So there is a lot of feedback. And not just that, once you post on social media, there is social validation. You get the likes, you get the comments. That is amazing feedback. 9 out of 10. And for ownership, guys, you get full ownership. You can choose what content you want to create, what niche you want to be in, when you want to produce, where you want to produce, why you want to produce, like basically everything. So 10 out of 10 for ownership. Creativity. Do I even need to talk about creativity? This is one of the most creative roles. Scripting is creative. Editing is creative. Filming is creative. You're basically combining 3 really creative jobs into one. This is a highly creative role. 10 out of 10. So urgency is a little bit weak here because there's no booked in meetings or no one keeping you accountable or no deadlines. Only thing that is really keeping you accountable is maybe your followers. So the urgency here is really low. You have to keep yourself accountable. 2 out of 10. So stimulation, there is a lot because you're changing environments all the time. If you want to film anywhere, you can. You can keep things novel. You can tell different novel stories and just experiment on things. This one is a 9 out of 10 in terms of mental stimulation. So this one is 39 out of 50. Just the urgency is a little bit of a letdown, but if you think about it, everything else is high on the scale. So if you can create urgency for yourself, it actually is a really amazing role. Great, so now if you don't like being on camera or writing script, you can be a short form video editor. With the rise of short form, the market is actually growing really fast. There's actually a lot of training videos on YouTube on how to become a short form editor. That way you can immediately start straight away and earning an income. All you have to do is list your expertise on platforms like Fiverr or Upwork and just post your portfolio. So as I said before, the feedback for editing is amazing. Once you change something and change music or a little bit of like visuals, you get immediate feedback because you can see it on the screen. So 8 out of 10 for feedback. And for ownership, you do choose your own clients and schedule, but you lose a little bit of control over the creative direction because you have to listen to your clients. So 7 out of 10 for ownership. Creativity. Editing itself is super creative. So you're finding out how to deliver a message better with visuals and music. 8 out of 10. So urgency, this one's much better than a short form content creator because once you have a client, you have a tight deadline to deliver on your editing. This one is a 9 out of 10. And for stimulation, you'll be working with different clients with different types of stories. So it's consistently novel. 7 out of 10 for stimulation. All up, this job is 39 out of 50, which is starting to score quite high on the focus metrics, which means that this job will be beautiful for ADHD minds because you can zone in, get into hyperfocus, and start focusing. All right, up next, this one recently came out and is a notch higher in the stimulation and creativity score than niche short form content creator. And it's the AI content creator. There's a growing trend of people uploading AI generated content and they're going viral. Seriously, like look at all of this, like they're super engaging. So for feedback, you're actually prompting AI. So you're getting something back very fast. This one is an 8 out of 10 for feedback. And for ownership, AI generated content, you can choose anything you want to do. Like you choose your schedule you want to work. You choose what topic you want to talk about. You choose the style you want to do. Ownership is basically 100%. This one is a 10 out of 10. Creativity, oh my God. Do I even need to talk about this? Like, this is one of the most creative jobs out there because there's infinite amount of prompts you can do. 10 out of 10 for creativity. So for urgency, this one is actually a little bit terrible, similar to the short form content creator. There's nothing that is booked in. There's no deadlines that you're really setting for yourself. You're really just keeping yourself accountable. So 2 out of 10. And for stimulation, new AI is coming out, the amount of experimenting that you have to do, new research, new AI tools, all these amazing stuff that you will be looking out for. There is so much stimulation. This is a 10 out of 10. So all up, this is 40 out of 50, which is scoring quite high. We're at like 80% of the focus metric. So for the next job, if you want to live a longer life, then you have to be a longevity consultant. Basically how it works is you would consult them or advise them on nutrition, supplements, tools, and basically lifestyle changes with one goal, which is to reverse their biological age. Longevity is the next $1 trillion industry. It's projected to reach like 600 billion by 2030. And of course, it is driven by AI, new technology, and new research. So for this one, feedback, you're constantly on calls with your clients. It's gonna give you that dopamine hit to see them get better. This is amazing feedback. 8 out of 10. And for ownership, again, you're an entrepreneur. You are a freelancer. You choose your own clients. You choose your own schedule. You can design your own longevity protocol. 8 out of 10 for ownership. And for creativity, every client is different and requires a personalized custom protocol. So it requires some creativity here. 6 out of 10. And urgency, yeah, basically anything with book calls, you really just have to show up because that's how you make money. Once it's on your calendar, you have to show up. So the urgency is there. You don't want to disappoint your clients. 9 out of 10. Now, for stimulation, I love this one so much because you're researching new tools, new apps, new technology. You're constantly on the news of finding out what is the newest longevity hack, and you're watching YouTube to educate yourself. Guys, this one is a 10 out of 10 for stimulation. So all up, this one is 41 out of 50. So it is scoring really high. And for the last job, this one is the most newest and the most stimulating job for people with ADHD. And that is the AI consultant coach. AI is on the rise and there's so many people that aren't educated of how to use AI to solve their problem. So for feedback, not only are you getting clients' feedback continuously on call, you're actually getting feedback from AI. You're helping people build workflows and you're also prompting. So this is a lot of feedback. 9 out of 10. And for ownership, of course, we've talked about this before. Anything that is self-employed, help you become more flexible with your schedule, have more control over what you want to do. That one is high in terms of ownership. So this one's an 8 out of 10. And creativity, every client has a different problem that you can solve with AI. You can build them workflows. Your imagination can run wild here. So this is a 9 out of 10. So urgency, again, anything that has booked meetings on your calendar is great for urgency because you have to show up. You feel responsible. 9 out of 10. And for stimulation, this one is the most stimulating out of all the other ones that we talked about. Literally new AI tools coming out every single hour or even minutes now. And you can go experiment on them. It keeps it novel. There is so much mental stimulation in this field that is ridiculous. 10 out of 10. So this one overall, it scores 45 out of 50. That's 90% focus score. There are so many tools out there and there's so many AI educators out there to teach you how to use AI so you can easily get into this job and familiarize yourself with AI to start helping your clients. All right, so to summarize all the 7 jobs here, you can see how they rank with the ADHD career focus scores. And you can actually use this scoring metric to see how well you can actually focus in this job. Now, some of you might be thinking, these jobs sound great, but I'll still procrastinate on even trying to start this as a side project. That's why I'm gonna help you beat procrastination for good. And I understand people with ADHD. So I have built a whole training on how to overcome procrastination for good. Here's that video up above. If you want to click that video, I will see you in the next one.